What's up, guys? I'm Nadia Veah, and you are listening to Heavy Mental Breakdown. And
Oh yeah, I love that you threw the horns up.
we gotta.
I made a Gwen Stefani reference earlier on, and we shared our brief little love for No Doubt, but that we're not spending a crazy price on the reunion, not the Vegas residency because it's too expensive at the Sphere.
I love you, but just, yeah, too much.
Yeah, yeah. Well, next time No Doubt's in Nashville, maybe you'll check him out because that's where you're at.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Nashville for?
Coming up on my year mark. And
Oh, the anniversary's coming up.
mhm.
What is it called when you've lived somewhere for so long, but like in Nashville, like a Nashvillian?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I'd be considered being an official Nashvilleian. I feel like
Yeah.
qual-
Yeah. When is that time frame where you feel like, yes, I can be like, I'm embraced in this? And
I
you think
think
it's a year? Is it a year?
I think it's a mindset. I feel like
Mm.
3 months in, I was like, I'm a Nashvilleian. I love it here.
Cool.
It's my home.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna own it. Like this is my city.
It's weird how we just have these kind of spiritual connections in a way with cities.
Yeah.
Like I'm in New York and I've been here for about 3 years now, and I would not consider myself a New Yorker at all. Like I'm not even close. Because you're right. Like I feel like it's a mindset. It's all
Yeah.
a mindset.
I do feel like there's a geographical place where each person thrives the most. Or there might maybe we have a handful of places that are just like speak to our souls. And I feel like for me, Nashville's one. I think you mentioned in our like initial chat, like Chicago's that for you.
Yeah, yeah. Chicago, I called it home before I ever even lived there. I was visiting like once a year, every year for like 8 years, and I was just like one year, I'm gonna move there. I can save so much money on flights and hotels. I'm just gonna move there instead.
Feels
So
good.
I did it. So, what genre would you classify your music? I saw how you ordered it on your Instagram. Is that your official that's your genre? And can you tell us what that is?
Yes. So I like to call my music poptimistic rock. My whole
Optimistic. I
yeah,
love it.
poptimistic. My whole thing is
Oh, British accent you threw in there?
yeah. I just had to
I love it.
going with it. I love putting a positive spin on negatives, and
Mm,
I love in songwriting how you can transform like a really bad situation into something really beautiful, or
absolutely.
connect with people over it, which that in itself is beautiful. So yeah, I feel like poptimistic rock just kind of defines my personality and also the sound and like what you get when you press play.
So it's an interesting perspective and way to look at pain and sadness and kind of any negative feeling. What made you one day decide I'm gonna make music, but I'm gonna have my own genre and I'm gonna call it this because of this reason? Like, what made you want to put a happy spin on darkness?
Well, it kind of organically transpired through writing songs. Like I just kind of noticed my pin in my style is just to like take something kind of dark or like traumatic and just kind of make it quirky, make it somehow feel fun, whether it's like through the melody or the rhythm or like even like the way that I'm talking about it lyrically. And as I realized like that was like how they say like comedians like a lot of times they're transmuting pain through like mad funny jokes that are
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious, but like if you like really sit there and think about like wow, that's actually like kind of there's a lot there. And I feel like that I kind of have this like comedic silly goose style, but also like there's a real like source to it, like it's comes from a very real place. So
Yeah.
yeah, just over the course of writing songs, I was like, I think like this is my thing is like optimism. And my dad, like growing up, he always was like, "You're such an optimist," and he would say it almost like a negative. He's come around, but like growing up, he would just like, you're such an optimist. Cause like I tend to just always find the silver lining.
That's good. It's a good thing.
It is. It has its.
You have to protect it in a way.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
requires. I've had to learn how to barricade that a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's kind of been a evolution as I've been moving along in this like little artist career. So
Yeah, one thing that one of the main reasons why I wanted to interview you was because I'm used to interviewing these just angry dudes who are screaming out their pain and getting out. I mean, and they're all great lyrics, and I love every band I've interviewed. But it's like, I kind of want to switch it up and hear a different perspective and a different mindset, and kind of let's make it fun in a way, and that's kind of laugh at our pain almost. And like things are going to happen in life anyway, and if we can just laugh at them and kind of be optimistic about it, then why not go that route?
right, and like when you really sit and think about it, like every hardship, single thing that you've been through, like whether you brought it upon yourself or it was imposed on like you through like your upbringing or like just like circumstance, like it somehow has shaped you in a really beautiful way. Like you didn't deserve whatever happened to you, but like somehow there's something really, if you dig deep and you look at your life, there's something really incredible that you've garnered as almost like a superpower from what you went through.
Yeah.
That's like something that's hard to remember when you're in the thick of it, but when you zoom out, you're like, oh wait, like I endured that so I could then apply it to this part of my life and affect, maybe this one friend of mine that maybe needed this insight from what, or whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be a grand songwriting scale. It can just be in general.
Yeah, I love that. I actually almost think of that exact mindset daily, because there was something very serious that I went through a couple years ago, and as painful as it was, looking back on it years later, I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm glad I went through that. It sucks that I did, but I'm glad that I did, because I've been able to come out on the other side of such darkness and be a better, happier person from it.
Right. And you don't realize at the time that you're gathering little
No, not at all.
That you didn't even know that you needed. You're like, okay, I guess I need it. Hell, whatever.
Yeah. So who are some of your influences when it comes to songwriting and your style?
So I grew up on a lot of like the angsty songwriter girlies like Alanis Morissette, Jewel, Avril Lavigne when she hit the scene.
Hell yeah.
But then like a lot of pop girlies like Britney, Christina, the Spice Girls. But then like I later found like Nirvana and like Green Day and Blink, and like kind of like went into like a more grittier, grungier, No Doubt, and just, but also like world music. Like my mom was really into like Enya and like world like tribal-y stuff. Like she was always like,
that's awesome,
playing this like really tribal music throughout the house. Total hippie. My dad was really into classic rock, so like I feel like and then he was also Arab, so there was also like this like thread of like a lot of like these very Middle Eastern sonics that were happening in the house as well. So like all over the board, all over the map.
Yeah.
When it comes to songwriting, like honestly, so many lyric pamphlets, because I was in the CD. I'm a millennial. I was like sitting there with my CDs, like reading the lyric pamphlets, and I would just study. Like I would just look at these poetry, like I would nerd out and like study the rhyme scheme and just like painting this word picture, and I became absolutely obsessed. And my mom was always writing poems, like even before I really like started getting into music. Like she was always doing wordplay and whatnot, and was always like giving a word of the day. Like she was very into like language. And when I realized I could put poetry to music, I was like,
this is my calling.
This is it.
Yeah.
So
it just took off from there.
Yeah. And then from there, I started my first band in high school and then
Hell yeah.
started writing my own songs and then, yeah, just became absolutely, utterly obsessed.
So how has it been playing your music in Nashville? Like how has the new city had any kind of new inspiration on you musically, or have you brought what you brought did you bring from Atlanta what you have in Nashville, or has there like how has that transition worked for you from city to city and kind of the vibe of the cities?
So I feel like Nashville has afforded me a level of authenticity that I've never had access to before.
Oh, interesting.
So I feel like I've been able to lean more into being my real self. And as in turn, I've seen it in my songwriting. I feel like I'm writing the most authentic stuff I've ever written in my entire career.
Cool.
That's been really interesting to see. And I feel like I'm also connecting with collaborators that really nourish and nurture that. Um, so I'm just excited to see like even more how that unfolds as I spend more time here. But I also feel like being in a city that is so revered for songwriting and songwriters, like you go out and you share your songs with people, and there's a level of appreciation for lyricism and like the art of songwriting that doesn't exist in like other places. Like I'll go to do an open mic or something, and they'll literally be hanging on every word because they wanna like really understand the songwriting or like it's just it's unique, a unique city to be an artist in. So
Yeah, it has. I was there for a week about a year ago, and I wanted to say vibe, but I don't know, energy. The energy of the city was just it was incredible.
it's very electric, but not in a way that causes like you to be manic. I say
Yeah,
that because I lived in LA and I feel like the energy is very like buzzy as well, but it's like a buzz that makes you like anxiously manic, whereas
yeah, 100%.
it's more of a grounding buzz. Like it's inspiring
Yeah.
instead of like, oh my God, I gotta go do that. Like for me, at least for my like
Yeah.
galactic, like where I exist in the stars, or like if you I have a friend who's an astrologist and she does the mapping of people's charts and where they thrive most. I've never really
Mm.
done that to confirm like that Nashville is one of those places for me, but it just feels like that. But I feel like if we were to look at my chart, LA would be like on the no-no list for like you're not supposed to be there for more than 3 days at a time.
Did you say that you lived there?
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in LA did you live?
Studio City.
Okay, you're in the heart of Hollywood.
Yes. I think I'm just too sensitive for that city. I just or maybe it was where I was at mentally too, like at that time. Like maybe if I were to try it on now, it would be different, but I don't know.
That's an interesting perspective. Maybe where you were mentally, kind of clouded judgment on the city.
Yeah, I do sometimes wonder, like, if I were to go with the frame of mind that I have now versus when I was there, like, would it be a different experience? I'm sure it would be different in many ways. Would it necessarily be my Nashville? Like, would it be? But probably not. But I do feel like I would probably experience it much differently
Yeah,
than I did. So
yeah, yeah. I was in LA for a while. I was in Burbank, so I wasn't too far from Studio City, kind of just down the street from Studio City. I used to work at like Warner Brothers and Universal and be in that whole area. Probably drove past you or something at one point.
I was right up in Ventura.
Exactly. So we are here because of a track that you wrote called I Think Too Much. Tell us a little bit about this track.
So the title says a lot about it.
Yeah.
I really do struggle with anxiety. I feel like, thankfully, over the last couple of years, it's improved a lot. But I think I definitely tend to get in these overthinking thought loops that are poisonous and really do slow me down. And I think it's something that a lot of us relate to, like where we'll hyperfixate on something and overthink it to pieces, and it can be so damaging. But I was able to look at that and write with my friend Sarah Lake and just kind of like unpack that a little bit, what that looks like and what that feels like. And I feel like sonically, the song feels like driving, like when you're like maybe driving to something that feels like a little unnerving, like maybe you're going to an open mic to like pour your heart out, and you're like, oh my god, like am I gonna crash and burn, like am I gonna die doing this? Because it's tough to put yourself out there. Human relationships and dynamics are complicated and confusing. But I think there's something to be said about like looking at it and be like, you know what, I think too much, but I think it's actually okay, because I think that's literally just part of the human design and human experience. Like we're operating under these different, we're operating in these cities, worker being around, and like no one really knows what the hell they're doing. We're all just kind of guessing. we're all just literally trying to create community and connect, and like everyone just wants to belong. And I think
there's two things that that have come to my mind throughout what you just said. So one of them is maybe, so when you said that, when you were talking about how you think and how that's kind of destroying your brain or whatever, one of my favorite lyrics from my favorite band, Beartooth, maybe you're just human after all.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
He talks about like these issues and everything, and to somebody, maybe you're just thinking, maybe it's all just me, or maybe I'm just a human like everybody else, and we all overthink and we all have these thoughts.
Yeah. I can't remember who said this quote or what but it was something along the effect of like, most of us are like, everyone's kind of in their own head, right? Like we're all operating from this place of like, oh my god, did I say the wrong thing? Like something that's helped me over the years is like when I go into conversations and I like feel like I flubbed or whatever, and like I'll go home and like I'll be brushing my teeth. I'm like, oh my god, did I like put my foot in my mouth? Like I'll be like, they're probably actually wondering the same thing. Like they might even be like concerned that they were awkward.
Yeah.
Like, let me just like go ahead and put that to bed, and we're all just trying to figure this shit out all together. So
yeah,
we're on a spinning rock, and we don't really know what we're doing here.
Or to some, we're not on a spinning rock, and we're on a flat. And anyway, we're not going there. That's a different podcast. I think too much. That is one of my favorite lyrics from one of my favorite songs, and I wonder if maybe there's any kind of inspiration there at all. But I love the band. I used to love them. I don't really know what they're doing right now. Called I Prevail.
Yeah.
You know I Prevail?
I feel like if I heard something, I'd be like, it's like, yeah.
Gotcha. They have a song called Breaking Down.
Okay.
And it's just about exactly what it is, just breaking down every day. And the chorus says, I think too much.
Yeah.
And it's very powerful, and it makes you think. And it's funny. I think too much. Like, that makes me think. And I'm like, do I think too much? Or am I thinking the right amount? I ask a lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions up here.
Like, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I start a podcast to try to get some of these questions just out of my head. Just get it out of my system. I'm always asking why. Why? Yeah,
sometimes I'm like, I feel like we never grow out of like the terrible twos. Like, you know how like you can be taking care of like your 2-year-old niece or nephew, and they're like, but why?
Yeah.
But why?
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes my brain just like goes into that like, but why?
Yeah.
I'm like, can we just not right now? Like,
yeah, I feel like that's my brain all the time.
Ugh.
But it sparks good conversations sometimes, so that's why it's fun.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I also like, to expand a little bit more on like where this song kind of came from too, it's like I feel like our society like really doesn't own the fact that we're all overthinking, and it does tell you that your brain is wrong for being anxious or you know, having like those like being over worried about certain, you know, so like there's this need to try to quiet the thoughts, whether that's like distracting yourself through scrolling or like, you know, going and getting a prescription for medication. And if you're on a medication and it's working for you, amazing. I tried them. They didn't work for me. But I think, yeah, there is this like thing within our society that's like, oh, like you're having these thought loops. Like that's not normal. But I mean, all of us, I feel like everyone that I talk to, maybe I'm just hanging out with a bunch of like neurodivergent people. But I feel like it's a pretty common human experience.
Yeah, it is. Especially
and there's nothing wrong with you. Like,
yeah, especially in the arts.
Yeah.
The arts definitely pull a certain type of person. And I'm saying that in like the best way possible. The ones who might think a little bit differently, might overthink a little bit differently.
Right. But that's where the beauty of that's how they're able to create from that place of thinking very deeply. And I think there's so many like starved artists out there that don't understand that the reason they have this level of depth of thought is to be able to put explanation to things that most people can't find the words or the way to depict it.
Yeah.
So, it's okay to overthink, okay? It's okay.
Yeah, I love lyrics. I love meanings. I love asking people, why did you write this? Where were you when you wrote this? I love getting in the minds of creatives. It's a very fun place to be, and especially when you put the mental health spin on it, and you really start to see why artists do what they do.
Yeah. I appreciate you shining light on artists through your and like for digging deep with us. And
yeah, some of these conversations have gone extremely deep. Tears on the podcast have happened even, and it's really important to have those kind of conversations.
Yes,
very, very, very important. A lot of these episodes to me have just felt like therapy sessions with people who I would be friends with on the regular. I'm just like, these are all people I would have hung out with in high school. Let's just talk music and our emotions as we navigate adulthood, because we just need someone to navigate it with.
And that goes back to I feel like the world and society makes it like really weird. I was just having a conversation this afternoon with my friend Adriana about how like a lot of times like you really like, I'm not a small talk type of person. I really just want to I want to know like your like what happened to you like that like hurt you. Like I want to know who hurt you and what happened, why, and like I think there's a lot of fear in sharing ourselves in that like truly being vulnerable. Like even as an artist, like I've had to check myself and be like, oh, like am I just skimming the circus am I skimming the surface with this song, or like am I like
it feels like we're living in a circus right now, so I don't blame you for using that word.
What is this?
What is this flat place we're living? Wait, not what is this circled place? Just anyway, that's the other podcast. But yeah, interesting. And music is such a great way to get out those emotions and to get out. It's such a safe space.
Yes, it's a really good place to explore it and to try to make sense of it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm super stoked to break down these lyrics with you now.
Let's go.
So I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get into I think too much. Let's break it down.
I've taken medication, dragging pills are hard to crush, and I think too much. Driving down highway I-20, got the radio blasting, trying to calm my tummy, trying to drown out all the chatter going on in my head. Wish I could turn it
One thing I'm going to be brutally honest with is that I have not heard this track yet. I intentionally was holding off on actually listening. Like I said, I read some of the lyrics because I wanted to be like, okay, which song do I think would fit best with this? So I read some of the lyrics for a lot of your tracks, and this is the one that stood out to me the most, but I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
No, this is like a real-time reaction here. I loved that. I loved that.
Oh.
Well, for now, we're gonna skip over the course.
Yeah.
Because I have found it's funner a word? More fun?
More funner.
More fun. It's more funner to go back to the course at the end of at the end of analyzing the verses.
Yeah.
So that first verse, driving down highway I-20, got the radio blasting, trying to calm my tummy, trying to drown out all the chatter going on in my head. Wish I can turn it off and be happy instead. And the pre-chorus is, but a little black cloud keeps following me around.
Yes. So
There is something about just getting in the car, isn't there? Just rolling the windows down and singing aloud to your favorite songs, or just letting the air come in. There's something very peaceful about it, especially if you're driving in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, forget it, not driving on Hollywood Boulevard on a Friday night.
It's got to be like a good back country road or like a coastal highway or something.
Yeah. So I get that. I get how calming and how spiritual and relaxing in a way it is to just be driving, listen to your favorite track. I took a road trip in 2020. I drove from LA to Chicago, and I can't tell you how many hours I just put into my music playlist. I'm like, okay, when I drive from LA to my first stop in Arizona, the Grand Canyon, what songs do I want to listen to in that 7 hours? And I would literally break it down by day. Okay, and the next day I'm driving from here to here. This is going to be like my 90s day. This is going to be like my pop punk day. This is going to be my metal and I'm going to scream day. Like there's something about being in the car blasting music.
It's extremely
therapeutic.
Yeah. It's literally like underrated how effective it is in transforming your mindset.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of times when I tell people like, hey, let's rent a car and drive, and it's only a 6-7 hour drive, and they're like, well, what do you mean it's just this, or however long it is? I'm like that sounds amazing to me. What are you talking about? I would love to just get in the car and drive somewhere brand new and just have the windows down listening to music for, I don't know, it sounds awesome. Trying to drown out all the chatter going on in my head. Yeah, because you're only focused in that moment, and that's kind of about it.
Yeah, I feel like driving, and whether you blast the music or you're just in silence or you have the windows down and the breeze is hitting you, like there's something that it brings you to the present moment where you're like, okay, we're resetting, system resetting, rebooting.
Rebooting.
Like, let's get this mind back to a better place. So
wishing I can turn it off and be happy instead. Turn turn off the chatter in my head and just be happy instead.
I feel like for me that lyric, like, while I'm a very optimistic person, like obviously just like what goes up must come down, I have my lows where I go in the negative thought loops. Yeah. And when those get to rocking, they can rock the boat pretty hard, and like definitely like struggle with depression. And I feel like it's like when those moments creep up, it's like, oh my god, that black cloud is back to like rain on my parade. Like, we got to do a reset. But
yeah, we all know that black cloud that follows,
just creeps on in and is like, oh,
so annoying. Go away.
There was no chance of rain, but
yeah, exactly. But here we are again. It's that cycle that you were talking about earlier. It's that cycle that just repeats. Like, you think you're over with it, you think you're done, and then it just circles right back around.
Yeah.
And then when it leaves, you're like, oh fuck, hopefully that was the last time, and you think you're done, and then it just comes back around again.
Right. But then you're also like, okay, I guess you can come around because then like the highs won't be highs if you're not here. So I guess.
Yeah. It's weird how and that's almost a form of self-sabotaging too, because it doesn't let you enjoy the happiness while it's there. Because you're expecting, because you know it's not going to last, and you're expecting it to be bad soon again.
Yes. That just reminds me of a moment. So my partner and I went through a series of like some very tumultuous events that were like back to back to back to back. And I just remember like there was one moment in the kitchen where we both like made each other laugh, and we both stopped and looked at each other and we were like, wait, we're not supposed to be able to laugh right now. Like happiness, what is this? And like both of us, like it felt very uncomfortable in our bodies, and we both had to be like, wait, no, like we're out of that season. Like we made it through. Like we can feel like joy again. So it's weird how like it can sometimes feel like that little black cloud will be there forever. And when it
really alters your mindset a lot.
Yeah.
Because it puts you in a place where you feel like you don't deserve to be happy. Mm-hmm. And that's why when you said you were laughing and you're like, wait, it's okay. It's okay to be this.
Yeah, it felt so uncomfortable. It almost felt like ask somebody permission to feel joy. It was so weird.
Especially with a partner too. That's interesting.
It was because we had gone through these experiences collectively together. So like we had this come to moment together where it was so wild, but also just like very just interesting to see how like that, you know, that little black cloud can have a lot of power. And you have to kind of like look and be like, oh wait, no, like I want you around when you need to be around, but I'm also going to like allow myself to enjoy the sunshine a little bit. Yeah.
But it seems like you're also always keeping it at arm's length though. Like you're not fully letting go of it.
Yeah. I do feel like, what's that movie, that Pixar movie with like sadness and like.
Oh yeah.
What's that movie called again?
I don't.
I love that.
I see the movie poster in my head. I see the characters. I'm blinking.
But anyways, I just feel like they all work together to like make a wonderful person inside out.
Inside out, yeah.
They all work together to shape a person and shape a person's life. So like that movie's so beautiful in the way that they depict all the different human emotions and the spectrum. And
it was a very interesting and deep movie.
Oh yeah.
It went a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to sit down and just watch this cartoon movie from Disney and just drown the world out for an hour and a half, but it really got me thinking.
Honestly, some of those Pixar films will send me to like just
yeah.
So good. But yeah, I like look at that little black cloud as like, okay, that's just sadness coming in to make joy better.
Exactly. All right. Well, that was verse 1 and the chorus. Let's get into verse 2.
Okay.
The sun goes down and my thoughts turn up like a little hound dog that won't shut up. Guess I'm just a victim of the world these days. If you're breathing all the smog, I bet you feel the same. Yeah, a little black cloud keeps following me around. 'Cause I overanalyze, get stuck between the lines of what's the truth and what's a lie. And I tried the meditation. I've taken medication. Jagged pills are hard to crush, and I think too much. Yeah, a little black cloud tried swallowing me alive. Yeah, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not staying stuck. I know I can do it, I can rise above. When I overanalyze, got stuck between the lines of what's the truth and what's a lie.
This is such a good song.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know, I've listened to a lot of songs these last couple months doing this, and of course they're all great in their own way. But there's been a couple where I'm just like, man, this is a track right here. Like it does something. Like it's sparking an emotion to, like, it sounds so happy and so positive, and it makes you want to sing. It's catchy. But you don't, but you're also singing about these things, like these really heavy and hard emotions, and it just puts it into a different perspective. Almost like you're saying it's okay to laugh.
Yeah.
Like here, it's okay to kind of look at this at a different side and see in a different kind of happy laugh, not happy, but laughing, like laugh it off kind of perspective. Like it's okay to think that.
Yeah. And I think that's so important to recognize, like when you're going through hardship, like it's okay to still allow yourself to feel joy. Like, because it can get so easy to be in that loop.
The word deserving is an interesting word, because a lot of people think that they're not deserving of certain things, and it could be of happiness. When you feel like you're not even deserving of an emotion, that's wild.
Right. And I think like when we get knocked down, like especially if you're at all a creative, even if you're not actively creative, if you're just like at all a sensitive person, which means you're creative, it can be like very jarring. And even if it's something that's not your fault, like something you didn't ask for, like you just get so used to feeling like shit on, for lack of a better term, that I think it's hard for our like nervous systems to be rewired to accept like other emotions. Like, okay, like, oh, I can like experience the joy.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a form of going through something and having trauma from it, because that's kind of where a lot of those not feeling deserving of things come from. Because you don't just start thinking that out of nowhere. Like that comes from somewhere. Right.
Traumatic and tough things, they change you. Oftentimes for the better. And it's, when you're in the thick of it, it can be hard to accept that, like, even though you're in the thick of like a really difficult, the throes of like something really challenging, like you can still have access. And also it can be really hard to see that like this little black cloud is not going to be forever. And like I feel like the bridge of the song really like touches on that, like a little black cloud tried swallowing me alive. Like when it comes to depression and anxiety, like it can literally feel like this is going to be forever. Like this is going to be how it is going to be forever. Like I might as well just go ahead and end it all. Like many of us have been there. I certainly have.
Yeah.
And
me too.
I think that like it's just so important to remember, like this is temporary. Even if it feels like it's going to be forever, there is some beauty waiting on the other side. There's a rainbow, there's a pot of gold. Like we don't have access to it right now. We might not be able to see it because it's too damn cloudy, but like it's there and it will be waiting for us. We just have to continue to move through the storm and travel through, and it'll be there. And that can be the hardest part of it all, is just remembering that this is not forever. So that's what I feel like that song is a reminder of me. It's like, okay, cool. It's not gonna be forever.
Yeah. And sometimes we just need a little bit of change to kind of change our perspective of things, like moving to a new city.
Yeah, or going for that drive.
Yeah, moving to Nashville, going for a drive, listen to Tragic Kingdom as loud as you can.
Yes. And it can even be like a system reset, as simple as like cooking a new meal or something, like doing something like novelty, like something refreshing. Like it's amazing how it can just like kind of like lift things a little bit.
And words are light. And I've tried the meditation. I've taken medication. Jagged pills are hard to crush. And I think too much.
Oh
You know?
man, what? That's a song. I love it. It's so catchy. It's so good. It sounds like, and I'm saying this in the most respectful way, like something you would hear on the radio.
Thank you.
Like you just turn on the radio in the summer and you're driving in your car, you hear this song and it makes you just want to sing out loud and be that like happy person.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, that's a great song. Yeah, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not staying stuck. I know I can do it. I can rise above. It's a great way to kind of end it. It puts everything into this perspective where like I have the strength to get out of this.
Yeah.
I know that I can do it. I can rise so there's a lot of I emphasis there and kind of putting that on yourself and putting that like a accountability on yourself.
Yes. And my hope is that people who are going through a tough time, they put this song on and they sing these lyrics and they believe them, because I know that for me, sometimes when I'm in those darkest hours, I don't believe that I can rise above anything. I don't believe I can rise above my bed sheets. Like
No, I get it.
But like having that as a mantra, and like it was really important for this bridge to be that like transformation and that like that manifestation, almost like that maybe you don't necessarily fully believe, but if you sing it enough times, maybe it'll come to fruition. And I feel like that's
that's a huge part of just psychology, is if you say something enough, whether it's, and a lot of times it's bad stuff. If we say something negative about ourselves or believe something negative about us for so long, we just start to believe it. And if we hear it said to us, we start to believe it. So the more that you just start to reword the way you talk to yourself can change your life. Like even if you don't believe it, saying today's going to be a great day and I'm going to be happy, even if you're miserable the entire day. If you say it every day, and it just becomes embedded in your brain, and like it comes to a point where you don't even need to say it anymore. It just comes natural.
Yeah. There's
definitely science behind the way you talk to yourself.
That neuroscience, baby, it works.
Yeah.
Rewire that limbic system.
Yeah. So, okay, the part that I'm excited to really dive into, your course here. Mm-hmm. When I overanalyze, get stuck between the lines of what's a truth and what's a lie. And I tried the meditation, I've tried the medication. Jagged pills are hard to crush, and I think too much. Yeah, I overanalyze everything, and that's pretty much the exact relates to the song. I think too much, just overanalyzing everything all the time.
Yeah,
it's stuck between the lines of just which way to go.
Yeah.
Like, do I stay stuck here? Do I move over here? Do I go this way? Do I go that way?
I'm kind of frozen. Don't know where to go. What do I do?
Yeah, and all the lines just look the same, and you're just frozen there.
Yeah.
What's the truth and what's a lie? Like you're in this moment that you don't even know who to trust and what to trust anymore.
Yeah. Well, and you're also like, can I trust myself?
Yeah.
Are these thoughts that I'm having like accurate, or is my lens of reality super distorted because of my anxiety or my depression? Like it's a lot of just like that internal battle where it's like, what am I doing? Like, where do I go from here?
And I tried the meditation. I actually really love meditation, but it's funny. It made me laugh because when I was deep in my depressive place, just trying to find anything and everything to get me out of it. And
right.
Everyone's just meditate. Oh, okay, yeah, it's that simple. Okay, cool, I'll do that. I mean, it's all part of it, but it's like I feel like that's definitely one of the things that everybody tells you to try to do, and take pills.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like there's been times in my journey where I'm like, I'll try anything. And like you're online researching, and then you just kind of get overwhelmed by all of the information you're receiving about like how you need to fix your brain and how you can fix your brain and all this self-help this and self-help that. And
it's overwhelming.
Daunting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like meditation is a very effective tool, and I'll use it like pre-show to like ground. You know, it's a great tool, but sometimes you don't have access to that superpower either if your nervous system's too dysregulated to even sit down and do that. And at certain parts in my healing journey, like meditation was not something I had access to. Like I'm able to, luckily now, like sit down and do that as a tool. But there were times where I was like, you want me to meditate? Like I can hardly like that's where I'm going to really get lost in my negative thoughts. Yeah. So like I had to practice with like active meditation type of stuff that like brought me to the present moment still, but like we're more active, like the driving it goes down, sensory.
There's many different ways of meditating.
Yeah.
Many different ways.
Yeah.
And find the one that makes you feel good. Another one for me is just sitting by water.
Yeah. Mental health is not one size fit all, and if, you know, sitting by water is your thing that you know is going to work that day, go find a creek. Like,
yeah.
So do you love like going to like where you are in New York, do you like going to like one of like the parks and sitting by water and like chilling with the duckies, or like where do you usually?
There's not too much water. I mean, there's some, but it's kind of outside of the city, and I don't have a car, and pretty much it's all concrete. We're everywhere. I mean, you'll find creeks at some of the parks and stuff, but it's like
that's the
like for example, when I lived in Chicago, I lived
river walk.
The what?
The river walk.
Oh yeah. I would run that path multiple times a week.
Love that.
Just running and walking, and just it's a 17.5 mile path from where the Navy Pier is, and it goes a little bit north and south, like that whole strip there is 17.5 miles, I want to say. It's somewhere up there, something like that. It's gorgeous. And I would do it at night too, when just like nobody was around, and you could just hear the waves coming in, the city lights are on. Oh my God, take me back home.
Oh, manifesting that.
You know, it's so wild. My dad is actually in Chicago right now on a job interview, and I'm so hoping he gets it. An excuse to have to go to Chicago. Family's there.
I'll visit my dad.
Might as well stay here for a year. So I guess my first question to you after listening to this track is, how did it feel to release it? You know, with there being so much heaviness in it and so much raw emotion, getting it out to the world and being like, this is how I feel. Listen to this. Like, is that more of a nervous kind of anxiety thing, or to you is it like a release and like I can let these thoughts finally go and leave it here in the music?
If I'm being completely honest, every time I release a song is a spiral. But it's a spiral that lends to a lot of like growth and like release of negativity and terrible, you know, things that haven't served me. So I feel like, yeah, putting this one out, being that it is, you know, about, you know, the subject matter, I feel like it was a big nervous spiral, but it also was very cathartic, and also connecting with people on the song's message and seeing it resonate with people, and like hearing that like people also identify with the message was like very much, it afforded the ability for me to let go of a little bit of that overthinking and relax a little bit more into accepting that I'm just always going to be a hyper analytical, sensitive little baddie, and it makes me a baddie. It's all good.
You're you.
So, and I think, yeah, I think too much, and I think that if you feel that way, you should listen to the song and embrace it, because it's part of your superpowers.
There's another part of the course that I don't want to go over, and what you just said right now leads directly kind of into it with superpowers. So The line about, and I tried the medication. Several times these last couple weeks, medication has come up in these interviews and song breakdowns and stuff and people's stories. And one thing that has really stood out to me is the topic and how people view ADHD.
Yeah.
That has come up a lot because I feel a lot of artists have that. And they're artists because they need an outlet to let out a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I just kind of recently in the last couple of years realized that, wait, I think I have something here, but I didn't really see it as a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that I have this like itch in me to always want to be doing something and doing something productive and always trying to be 3 or 4 steps ahead and not being able to sleep or stay still. I'm like, that's not normal. I'm like, yeah, I drink a lot of coffee, I have energy drinks, but like, that's not why. Like, that's not why I've been like that my whole life. But
also, ADHD people, we are unfazed by caffeine.
Yeah, no, 100%. But it's brought up a really interesting topic of, to me, as much as sometimes my crazy mind can get the best of me, I see it as a superpower in a way.
It is. And I feel like this world does have the whole narrative of like, oh, you're neurodivergent. Like, let's put you on this medication to dull that divergency, because that's going to harm our corporate productivity. And like, I think that there's so many people walking around this earth right now, especially here in America, that have this wonderful, beautiful mind that's a little different than the like,
yeah,
you know, and
that's being controlled by medication, and you're being told that it's primarily not a good thing to have. But honestly, it's somebody has said this in an interview a couple days ago, that he said having ADHD has been my biggest blessing in my life, because it's made me be so creative and so productive. And I'm like, man, yeah, it's a great way of looking at it. Like, I refuse to get on it because I don't want to be numbed out by something and one of my biggest strengths be limited.
Right. I was on medication.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It really does completely dull the creative side. At least for me, I found it completely dulled me out. My sparkle was not sparkly. Okay.
And that's not the Nadia Veah that we want to see. We want to see the bubbly, sparkly. That's the one.
We're very robotic. But I think that there's, there's good and bad sides to every coin. And I there are things about my ADHD that do bother me, and that I would like to
work on. Yeah, we all have those.
I think that there's so many great tools now, and I believe that there's such a great conversation now going around online and all these different forums about neurodivergencies, and there's so many resources available of like supplements and journaling practices and organizational tools that can help people who have these different types of brains.
There's way better ways to manage your mind than by taking pills.
Yes.
And writing music is one of them.
Yes, that's 100% my biggest.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, there are people out there that are on medication and they do great on it. I was not one of those people. And I feel like there's a lot of people that feel the same way, that wasn't their path. And society has kind of been like, well, what? Why wouldn't you take medication? Like, I've even had family members be like, well, why don't you take meds for that? And I'm like, I tried it. It's not for me, and I'm going to do what's right.
It's not natural.
Oh.
So a lot of pills don't work for a lot of people because it's not a natural thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like anytime I put any substance in my body, I'm just hypersensitive. I'm a hypersensitive person all around. So like, if you give me some sort of medication, like, I'm gonna have a very specific and nuanced reaction to it, and it might not be good. So, but I agree. Like, I think medication is not for everybody, and it's good to embrace the weirdness. Like, it's not even weird. Like, I bet if we were to like actually like really get a zoom out on the populace, like half would be neurodivergent and half would be deemed neurotypical. But I don't even know if like neurotypical really exists. I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't even know. It's just it's like weird. This information is very weird. Okay.
It's very weird. So this might be a broad question. You might dig it. Let's see. So when it comes to mental health, setting aside the music for a minute that you make, how has music helped you kind of just manage your day-to-day life when it comes to mental health and that relationship when it comes to you and music, but not writing in your personal music, just how it plays a role in your life outside of driving?
Yeah. So music in general, as a young person, like growing up, music was the first thing that made me realize like, oh, like other people feel this deeply, because I could feel it and see it in the lyrics. I was like, oh, like I am not a total outcast, like weirdo needs to be on an island, cast away from society person. Like there are other like people like me. And then I started meeting other artists, and yeah, I feel like music has been a way that I've found community. It's a way that I've been able to come into understanding the world, things about the world that I don't understand. It's been a way that I have come to cope with things that I will never understand about the world. And yeah, biggest blessing has been the way that it creates community. So
it brings a lot of people together from all over the world.
yes.
And it's wild too how you'll see American bands in like other countries that don't even speak English, but all their fans are singing every word to the song still.
Yeah. It's such an energy exchange. Like
it's universal therapy is what I call it. It's the universal health care that we all are looking for.
Yeah.
That was a new one. I'm gonna remember that. That was funny. I'll write that in my comedy book. But yeah, no, I think there's a lot of ways to let out emotions and the way you're feeling, and I think in the arts and in a creative way is the absolute best way to do that. So I really respect artists who are trying to make that difference and make that change and kind of just show hope for younger generations coming of, hey, like I know how you feel, and this is how I got it out, and I'm still here. Like you'll be fine. Like this music spot is a safe space, and it's a place where you can leave all your worries, and that's how I feel about concerts. Like I feel like when I walk into a concert, like everything is left outside. I'm taking it out in the mosh pit tonight. Yeah. Like I just feel like music does that. It's that escape, whether it's at home and writing your own thing, or at home and just listening to your own thing, or at a show. It's just a place to leave it. Yes, it's literally like the best way to transform however you're feeling, and yeah, just kind of take a moment to like forget the worries and the woes for a bit and sing your heart out. Yeah. And take Polaroid photos of your single artwork. Yes. Anything over the last year, I've been really loving that. Cool. So just a fun thing about the album artwork, I make all of those in my scanner over there. I nice. Put a bunch of stuff down and then scan it and then crop it. And okay. The last two, I didn't have time to like put stuff in the scanner, so I just made something in Canva, but that's about to be swapped out for the real. Cool. It's a very creative album artwork. Makes you look at it, and then I like how it's tilted, so you have to do one of those things. Huh. Right, it's like a art gallery. Yeah. But what does this mean? I think too much. What does this mean? You got them thinking too much. Oh, you did it. That's why you did it. I see. Now I see the full circle thing here. Interesting. Awesome. So if anybody wants to go and listen to some more of your music, where would you tell them to go?
So I'm on all the things under Nadia Veah, Nadia Vaeh, and got a bunch of new stuff coming at you soon. I'm so excited for this next year of releases.
You got singles as an EP album. What do you got coming up next year?
Lots of singles.
Ooh.
And an EP as well. It's going to be a year of the most music I've ever released, and also some of like the most rawest, realist stuff I've ever written so far. And yeah, I'm really excited to
Sounds
share.
like a transformative time in your career,
Yes.
especially with the new city and everything. That's awesome. How exciting.
Thank you.
What about shows? Where can people see you? Especially being in Nashville where you have a million places you can play. You got
Yes.
any shows coming up?
So right now we're just in the recording phase. Like we're really focusing on finishing up the songs for next year. But come springtime, I'll be out and about a lot in Nashville, a lot in like the tri-state area, maybe a little bit in my hometown of Atlanta. So definitely stay tuned on my bands in town, which you can subscribe to under my name.
Cool.
And yeah.
Well, I know that you have something very exciting coming up, right? You have a new track coming out soon. And did you want to talk about that at all?
Yes. So this month I am releasing a cover of Billie Eilish's Your Power. If you ever heard it, it's like her version is very like ethereal and like kind of folky. And you know how she's got like that very like breathy tone.
Yeah.
We took it and we made it like this very pop rock record, and it's super fun. And I feel like the song and the subject matter is honestly, it's about something that's really sad and intense. Like it's about like being violated as a woman and like sexually assaulted and like powers that be being abusive. Like it's like but they did the juxtaposition of it, like it being about this aggressive subject matter and made it light and ethereal. And then like we decided to like lean into that aggression and make it very pop rock and like rock. So that's happened.
When's that dropping?
November 7th.
Ooh.
Coming up.
November 7th. I'm like, that's coming up.
Yes, Friday.
Awesome.
And then on December 5th, I'm releasing a song called Sagittarius, just in time for Sagittarius season.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
You said December 5th?
Yes.
Cool.
And I have to apologize to any Sagittarians out there. This is about a Sagittarius that I used to date. And it's not exactly like, Sagittariuses are great. Sagittariuses are great. I have friendships with many wonderful Sagittariuses. It just was a fun rhyme that ended up happening. And I was like, I'm going to base this whole song around this now. And it's hilarious. It's a very hilarious, fun.
As long as you stayed clear of the Capricorns, I have no problem with it.
You Capricorn.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Capricorns are safe for now.
Good. Okay. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cool. Well, thank you so much for doing this. This was a lot of fun. With all the new stuff coming up next year, that just means we're going to have to do this again and dive into another one of your songs and dissect your brain again.
I would love that.
And then we'll do a Nashville recap. How has it been? Now it's been over a year, and we'll do a whole recap episode.
That sounds wonderful. It was really fun chatting with you, and thanks for reaching out. And
yeah, absolutely. We're gonna do this again, and next time I'm in Nashville, we're going to go to a tribute No Doubt show because we can't afford to see the real one. So we'll go to a tribute No Doubt show together.
Perfect. And I'm sure there's one happening.
There probably is. Well, thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.